Yeah, so today we are going to cover a different topic. We're going to cover the Trade Assistant. It's a trade manager for MetaTrader 5 and 4. We will provide a lot of documentation for that on how it works. Before that, we can maybe show you the few documentation on it. So this documentation I'm going to show right now will be provided in the recording or below the video in the recording. Where's the window? So we have the Trade Assistant. It's a tool we will use in MetaTrader 5. It's paid. It's not free. This one is this tool. I'll send it in the chat. Right now it costs $100, but you are able to rent it. It costs between I think it's $30 for 6 months and $50 for 1 year. And you can also pay $100 to own it. So if you go to the MetaTrader marketplace, this is the MQL5 marketplace. It's the MetaTrader marketplace. If you go over here you see it. It's it's one of the most popular tools out there. So here you can see $30 for 3 months it was, $50 for 1 year, or $100 to buy it. I bought it. So what I have done, I have then made a lot of nice documentation for that. We have a video here that I'm going over it. This video is a couple of years old. It explains how to install it and all of that. This second video is a video that explains how to use it. You will have this recording where I will go over it, and you will also have these videos and the PDF that will explain how it works. So here is the PDF. You will get this. It's a very detailed PDF. It's kind of, I made it in a holding your hand kind of way. So there are no room for interpretation. So it's like it says here, the MetaTrader 5, MetaTrader 4.5 with the Trade Assistant guide. This is the 2025 edition. I updated it for 2025. So it's basically like it says here. The Trade Assistant is an advanced automation panel for MetaTrader 4 and 5 that simplifies manual trading by combining risk management, position sizing, and trade execution into a unified system. And as it says here, it automatically calculates lot size based on the current account balance, chosen risk percent, and stop loss distance / placement. And it adjusts in real time. And here you can see how it works, some details. And here is a couple of features, how it works. It's based on the, I also have a different one that is made for specifically on TradingView. So this call, we're gonna cover specifically this one on the MetaTrader 5, and on Saturday, we're gonna go over the other one for TradingView. So there's a difference between them. This one for MetaTrader 5 lets you execute trades. Lets you execute trades, while the one on TradingView is only for visual purposes. Just scroll down. So yeah, as it says here, we will go over all of this. But I will recommend you to really spend some time with this, and I would advise you to, if you don't want to buy it, just rent it for 3 months or 1 year. It will pay for itself very fast. So you will have your risk management is automated in a sense. And if it's even more automated, if you can do it like I have done here. So this is the PC mouse that I have. It's this one. It has buttons here on the side. So if you click on each of those buttons, you will execute a action on the trade assistant. So if I click on one button here, I will execute a trade. I will move stop loss to break even. I will move the long or short position tool to sit on top of price, meaning it will be locked to the current price. So as price moves up, it is moving up. And I can then also lock the stop loss. You will see how that works in a second. So I would advise to consider, after testing it out, to maybe get a mouse with a few buttons on it to simplify the trade execution management and execution to the next level. And here it basically says how it works. And here we have pages. So each of these pages, it's quite a lot. This is the directory, and you can see here it's quite a lot of pages. But all of this is covered in the videos. So each of this, all you can see here, that is basically a screenshot from the 2 videos I mentioned. But here it's a lot more in detail, and it elaborates a lot more on the different features. So as it's like I mentioned, it's built in a kind of holding your hand kind of way. So there are no room for interpretation. It's just as simple as it says here. So like click, drag this is the template files. There's also template files that will be included. So it's just copy and paste, and you're done, and then start using it. So it's made as simple as humanly possible. With, you can see arrows and everything. So here is the template files. It works both on MetaTrader 4 and 5. I personally only use the MetaTrader 5. Here is the new files. So it's basically copy and paste. All of this is explained in the videos. So let's show how it works. I will now share my screen to a demo account I have, just to show how it works. Let's see, where is it? This one. So now pay attention. Do you see this? This is the tool we have for Trade Assistant. And let's share computer screen. So here it is. If I now click on now I bought, this is now a pending order has now been placed here. And I can drag the stop loss up and down, and I can put in a partial TP. I can put in a break even. So let's start from the beginning. So this is gold right now. It's very trending at the moment. I'm just about to hit a phase 1 on a FTMO account I have going on. I need $60 more, and I'm done with the phase 1. So if I now zoom in on gold, so you see this is the stop loss. If I take it to maybe say 32 pips, and do you see it's moving up and down? This is the tool, and this is the long short position tool. Now it's in short direction. Now it's in long direction. If I drag it here now the order is placed. So it's really fast and simple. So I can just click on a button, and it's shown. If I want to go in the opposite direction, now it's a short, now it's a buy, or now it's a buy, now it's a short, now it's a buy, now it's a short. If I now take this, drag it up here, click on my button. Now the sell limit is placed. And what is really funny with this is that if you pay attention to here, let's use the annotation. So if you see here it says 32 pips, and here it says 0.5% risk. So if you see over here we have 0.5% risk. Now if I go over here and I click 2%, now it says 2%. So you can see right now this is a $10,000 account, in this case, demo account. And you can see up here the risk. And if you pay attention that it's moving up and down, here is the entry, here is the stop loss, here is the TP. And as you can see, it's moving up and down. So the long or short position tool is currently sitting on top of price. As price is moving up or down, it is moving up and down. So it's fixed on top of price. Now, what is really interesting now is that, say, if I want to enter a trade here, now you see, boom, boom, going down. If I say I want to enter here and I want to have my SL here, so the SL is now locked. You can see this is blue, dark blue, meaning it's locked. So SL is here, it's locked, and then now pay attention to the lot size. It's automatically recalculating itself real time. As you can see, the stop loss is locked, but the entry is the long short position tool is currently sitting on top of the current price. So price comes closer to the stop loss, the lot size becomes bigger, the risk to reward will increase. So if, say, for example, here, I'll lock the risk to reward, or the TP I'm in. Here it says 2.6, 3 risk to reward, 2.8, 2.7 risk to reward, 3 risk to reward, 2.9. You get the picture. So this is next level compared to what I'm sure you have had before. So it's very simple. Here it's locked. It's dark blue, it's locked. I can keep it here if price gets away. So the way lot size calculation works is that it works based on three metrics. You have your account balance, you have the distance of the stop loss, and you have the percentage risk. In this case, the risk is 2%. Here it says 2%. 2% is $200 in this case. You have the account balance, about $10,000, and you have the distance of the SL. Right now, the SL is 10 pips, 12 pips, 13 pips, and you pay attention to the risk. It remains the same. So the risk is always 2%, and the lot size is automatically being recalculated every single time price makes any movement. So this way, there is nothing called bad risk management because that word don't exist. So we can basically forget about the word risk management in this case because it's a word of the past. If I click here now, I place a limit order. So you can either click on this lines to get it here, or I have the mouse buttons. I find that to be more accurate. But say if you don't have the mouse buttons I have, you can just simply click on this blue dot, blue button, this M, I mean, that stands for magnetize. All of these features is explained in the 2 videos and all the documentation. Now, if I click on this, it's automatically putting itself on the current price. So now it's moving in sync with price. Now, if you click on here, this R, the R stands for reverse. So we're going to reverse the direction. Now it's bullish. If I click on that, now it's bearish. Now, if you want to place a trade, you can either click here. Now a trade is placed. The risk is 1 lot. The risk is, or the lot size is 0.97 lots. And it's about 2.16% risk. So yeah, that's how that works. And this, once the order is placed, you can just take this around. And what is very interesting here is that you can see here. Here you will see the real-time profit and loss. So you see your P&L, your profit and loss, real time. So as you can see right now, it's 2.71. You see it says here the points. So this is the amount of pips. So it's moving pretty rapidly. And you can see the profit. So right now, the profit is here. And you can see how much profit is this $43 or $58 or 40. It's moving up and down all the time. How much profit are those dollars measured in your account balance profit? That's the number you see here. So right now, gold is pushing a bit down, and you can see the profit here on the account. And you can click on the R to reverse. Now, say for example, just for argument's sake, say you want to enter down here. Here you have a demand zone. You have a demand zone over here. You want to enter here. You simply take your stop loss, you drag it to where you want. And now as price is coming down to your entry area, then the stop loss becomes tighter and tighter. When the stop loss becomes tighter and tighter, the lot size will automatically recalculate. So here now the stop loss is locked here. And if you then see over here, the lot size is automatically recalculating. So now it's 0.5 lots. And as the stop loss as the price gets closer to the stop loss, then the lot size will increase. If the price goes further up, so the stop loss becomes bigger, then the lot will become smaller. Or yeah, smaller. Or now, if you just say you want to enter here, and maybe if you want to enter somewhere here, just drag it there, and you can see I can now just drag this up and down however I want. If I want to enter here, then the lot size I need is 2 lots. If I want to enter down here, if you want to enter down here, for example, and now on the lot size, correct lot size to use is 0.3. If I want to enter here, it's well, as you can see, price is coming tighter to closer to the stop loss. Now it's 0.72, 0.68. You get the point. So that's because the right now the lot size is locked. If I now click on this, now I unlocked it. So now it will continue to move with price. And yeah. And what you also can do is you can put in, say I wanna, say you wanna buy, take a buy here. And now you wanna have a partial, you wanna have a break even. So say for example, you have a TP somewhere up here. Now if you click on this, here it says BE, that's the break even. If I click on that, now we have a break even point. So say for example, if price now wants to break this high, if price breaks this high, then the stop loss is automatically put to break even because this is an automated break even. And this one is a trailing stop loss. So you can activate that as well. Now the stop loss was hit. What you also can do is say you have a buy here or an entry there. Now it's a limit. This is actually a good point to say you want to enter here. So you have a stop loss. Your stop loss is there. You want to now enter at here, preferably. Now we sit back and we wait for price to come down. And you can see 2% is always 2% because the 2% is written here, but the lot size is always being recalculated. So now if I want to enter, I click on buy. Now the buy is in action. And now what you can do, if you click on the buttons here, the three buttons, here we have a panel. Here we can have trailing stop loss. You can activate the break even. That's the same button as we showed here, this button, but you can also activate it here. That's the break even, and here we have here is the partial TP. So say, for example, you're following a signal or you're trading on your own, then you can only want to have a couple of TPs. Then you can go here. Here it says lot percent, which basically means that you want to close a certain percentage of your lot size. In this case, let's maybe say 33%. So we want to close a third of our lot size. In this case, we have down here 0.8 lots. So this is gold. We have a 0.8 lot gold trade on gold right now. It's running. And we want to then have a TP1. Now if I click on the plus sign, click on activate it first. Now click on the plus sign. Now this is the TP1. And if I want to have a TP number 2, I just click on the same plus button to add an additional TP. So now I have two TPs, two partial TPs. And what is now very interesting is if you see here on both of these, here you see it says on the percentage, the last number, it says 0.79%, which means that if price hits that partial TP, you're going to make 0.79% profit on your account. you will also make $77. You will also make an equivalent amount of a 0.39 risk reward profit on that account. And here it also says you how many lots you need to close. So once price comes here to this high, then a third of the lot size will be closed. In this case, we have a lot size of 0.18 lots. One third of 0.18 is 0.06. So price comes here, then 0.6 lots will be closed. That is the equivalent profit of a 0.39 risk reward, equal to $77 or equal to 0.79% profit on the account. Same procedure up here. And now what is very interesting is that all of these profits will be combined up here. So all of these profits you see here will be in the combined profit up here. This is the combined profit you're gonna make. So say for example, you only wanna have a one partial TP. Now if you only want to close 1/3 on this TP. So once price takes this high, 1/3 of the trade is closed, and up here you see the remaining profit. So the combined profit with this partial TP and this main TP will be up here. And now what is really funny is you can combine this with a break even or a trailing stop loss. Now if you click on the BE here, it says BE for break even. Now if you click on this, here you have the break even. Now if you take this break even and you place it up here, then once TP1 is hit, you will also be in break even. So then you will have secured your profits. You will close to 1/3 of the lot size, and your stop loss is automatically put at break even. Or you can combine the TP, the TP1 with a trailing stop loss. So that's up to you. Now the partial TP is activated. Pay attention to what is happening now. Price moves up, stop loss moves up. See, this is the entry. This is the stop loss. Do you see it moving? Here's the SL. Here's the current price. Now we're probably gonna hit out in, yeah. Here's the stop loss. Here's the current price. The trading stop loss is now activated. And you can customize how far back from the current price do you want this partial TP to be. Now I was hit out in trailing stop loss. See, is there anything more I can cover? Any questions to all of this? So is it the easiest to use to put layers scaling? Well, you don't need any scaling in this case because you can just, or you can use it, but it depends on how you want to use it. But the main thing here is that if you're gonna scale in, if you're gonna have a lot of trades and you use a fixed stop loss, then this is a little bit unnecessarily. Because if you just enter many times, there's a big chance that when you do that, the stop loss will be different. So this tool is automatically calculating the correct lot size you need based on the placement of the stop loss, the account balance, and the percentage risk you want. So if you want to layer it by entering many times, and you put the stop loss, put all the stop losses of all the trades at the same area, then trade number one will have then each trade will have a bigger stop loss than the other trade. So each trade has a bigger stop loss. Versus this, you just put it on and you enter, and lot size is whatever it needs to be. But if you use this tool, I don't care about lot size. Lot size can be whatever it wants. I don't care because I only care about the risk. So here, 2% risk. That's all I care about. If the lot size is big or small, no, that doesn't matter to me. You can also close multiple trades at once, yes. So you can experiment it with this just how you want. It's basically depends on how you want to use it. Oh, you say I have to close manually or going automatically. Well, that's up to you. So that's up to you in the terms of do you want to have a partial TP or multiple partial TP? Do you want to use trailing stop loss? All of that is up to you, or you can just close the trade manually. If you want to close it, you just close it, or you close a portion of it. But the whole idea with this is to have your whole trading experience just fully automated. So for example, you can just place this trade. You can put on a partial TP, and you can put on a break even or a trailing stop loss, and you can go to sleep. And it handles everything while you are sleeping or at work. So it's works basically like however you want it to work. Any other questions? Yes, I forgot. So if you click in the settings, up in the corner up here, you see this hat. Click on that hat, and here it says properties. Do you see this menu? Not sure you do. Me. See, entire screen. 9. Okay, let's just do it like this. Yes. So you click up in the corner. I show that, and once you click there, you right click. It says open properties, and it's gonna look like this. So here is the settings for this EA. So this is an expert advisor called EA. And here you can play around with the different settings. For example, one of the things that is a good idea to enable is where is it? This one. Here it says button lot calc. That means that is the button for the automatic lot size calculation. So if you turn this on, then the automatic lot size calculation will be enabled. And then once that is enabled, you can drag your stop loss up and down and left, center, and right. Doesn't matter. And the lot size is automatically calculated to be the same percent risk as you have input. And what you also can do is you can here, for example, is the trailing stop loss. Yeah, here it is, trailing stop loss. So here's the trailing stop loss. Here you can enable the trailing stop loss and the amount of distance from the current price. So for example, as price is moving higher and higher, here we can change the distance, meaning that as price is moving higher and higher, then the stop loss will automatically follow price. But here we can enable what distance behind the current price do you want the stop loss to be automatically moved. And here you can also choose the percentage you want to be closed, partial TP. I showed that earlier, so here you can either have a default percentage here. So for example, these first three trades, three TPs, you're gonna close 20% of the trade at each of these TPs. And here we come to the interesting things. If you decide to get a PC mouse like this, but it also works on the keyboard, so you can also put these shortcuts on the keyboard. So here, for example, you can put that in. And what is the most important are these ones. Yes, fixed stop loss. You can have a fixed stop loss. But in terms of gold specifically, is that the thing with gold is that gold is of course very volatile, but the one lot on gold right now is about 4 times the same value as Euro USD, or 4.5 times or so, because of the current price that gold is at right now. So that means that if you have a 0.01 lot on gold, that is the equivalent of having a 0.05 lot on Euro USD. So that means that your lot size on gold basically has the same value, or is 5 times, close to 4.5, 5 times as valuable, or is 4.5 times more valuable than it is on Euro USD. Which means that since it's so valuable, that means that the lot size is a lot smaller, so it's proportionate. So for example, if you have a 0.01 lot on gold, then you can have a 0.05 lot on Euro USD, and you are risking the same amount of money, because the lot size on gold is about 4.5 to 5 times as big as on Euro USD. And that is a problem because on gold, you're only allowed to have 0.01, 0.02, 0.03. That's the lowest amounts you can have in a lot size on gold. But if you have a 0.03 lot on gold, that is the equivalent of having a 0.15 lot on Euro USD. So if you have a 0.05 lot on Euro USD, that gives you a lot more breathing room to adjust the stop loss or adjust the lot size. So you can basically have your lot size on Forex 4 to 5 times easier placed, meaning that you can have your lot size more accurate. So if that makes sense. But yeah, in terms of the shortcuts, this is what I recommend. So here it's basically like it says. If you click on a button, it will close the buy. If you click on the other button, it will close the sell. And here as well, if you want to have a automatic break even, you just enable this one. And here one, this is the lines. The lines means that if you click on that button, then the long or short position tool will automatically be enabled, and it will sit itself on top of the current price. And yeah, so these ones are the most important ones, I would say. And this one, magnetize to price, that is basically the button that that will put the long or short position tool to be fixed on top of the current price. So if price is moving up or down, it is also moving up and down that long or short position tool by just clicking on this button. And yeah, that's about that. And here is another feature you can consider. Let's see, where is it? Maybe it's higher up. Not sure where it is. So there's a feature here that lets you include the commission and the spreads into the lot size. Meaning that you're gonna use a broker, of course. You're gonna be using PU Prime, and PU Prime they will have a broker fees. So you'll probably pay spreads and commission, and maybe swaps, but mostly spreads and commission on your trading. And depending on how big your lot size is, if it's small, then the fees will be small. If you have a big lot size, then the fees will be big. And what often tends to happen that if you are trading intraday, and if you are scalping, and you have a quite big stop loss or big lot size, I mean, then those broker fees is gonna be quite significant. For example, if you're gonna say if you trade Euro USD and you have a 5 pip stop loss, then you will pay the appropriate fees for that 5 pip stop loss. But if you have a 10 pip stop loss, then you will pay half the fees because the lot size you will have with a 5 pip stop loss will be 2 times as big versus if you have a 10 pip stop loss. So the bigger the stop loss is, the lower the lot size will be. The lower the lot size will be, then the lower the fees will be. The tighter the stop loss is, then the bigger the commission and the spreads and the broker fees. So by enabling that feature, you are able to have those broker fees, those commission and spreads, have those baked and included inside of the lot size calculation. So meaning if you are risking 1%, and you hit stop loss, then you lost 1%, and that 1% is including the broker fees. Versus if you don't have it, then you will lose that 1%, and you will also lose the money that those fees will be. So an example of that is if you have a tight stop loss and trade Euro USD, those fees might not, or fees in general might not here sound very big. But if you trade with a tight stop loss, those fees can easily add up to 20 to 40% of the risk you have. Say if you're gonna risk $100 and you have a tight stop loss, that $100 is 1% risk, but the broker fees you're gonna pay might be $20 to $40. So you're basically paying an extra fee, or you're gonna lose an extra $20 to $40 extra because of fees that will be paid to the broker. And with this function, you can have those fees included inside of the lot size. So if you're then gonna lose risk 1%, you're actually losing risk in 1% with all fees included. That yes, here it is. So this tab, this is the tab. It says commission and spread. Add commission to profit risk calculation. False, and that means it's disabled. Add spreads to profit / risk calculation. False. So if you turn these two true, then you will risk the 1% with all fees included. If it's disabled, then you're gonna risk the 1% you're gonna risk plus all the additional fees you need to pay to the broker. See, is there something else? Any questions? I can maybe, we have a couple of minutes more. I can maybe go on a Forex pair and you can see how it works over there. So let's say if I go over to, and also can mention that as well, but that is also in the other videos that here you see it says gold XAU USD, and the same thing down here. So if you click up here, then you will see your market watch. This is your market watch. Now, if I click up here, I have all these markets down here will also be visible here. All these markets is these markets. So if you add a market to your watch list, it will be accessible up here. And also another thing you can do, you can add in a template. For example, say if I go to say Euro USD. Here is the Euro USD. And here I have a template. Where is it called? Yes, it's called. So you can add a template to all of this. So for example, this is gold. And instead of having to always put in your stop loss and you take profit all the time, you just simply make templates. So in this case, here this is the TP. Here is the stop loss. So this number here, it says 2,500. That is not 2,500 pips. This is you have to remove a zero. So this is in fact 150 pips. This is 50 pips. So now this stop loss is 50 pips. It's currently moving with price. As price is moving up and down, the tool is moving up and down. And now click on here. I have saved templates already. And here we can have templates. So say for example, I want to have a scalp gold. I want to have a 35 pip stop loss. You just click on the template you made. And then this way you can real quick change the stop loss. So now it's 30 pips stop loss. The TP is at a 5R, 150 pips. Say I want to have a 25 pip stop loss. Now it's a 25 pip stop loss, and so on. So the way to make those templates is that you will first, let's say we say 80 pips. Say we have 80 pip stop loss here. We maybe have a 300 pip stop loss, TPM in. So now we have a TP of 30 pips. We have a SL of 80 pips. So first you just input the SL and the TP. And what you do then is you click on here, it says settings. Click on settings, and here we get this menu down here. And here we can make your template. It says presets. So basically template/preset. Now, if I now go over here and I write, say, like this, and I write 80 pips here, because this is an 80 pip stop loss. And now if I click on save, that has now been saved. So if I now click up here, here is the preset or the template I just made. So say for example, you want to scalp, you have a 40 pip stop loss. You can now click on this, click on the M. You want to buy, click place order. Now you bought. Now the buy is placed. And you can just sit back and you can observe the current profit and loss. So see here the dollar amount. Any questions? Yeah, same thing with, for example, same thing. It works with every market. For example, let's go to US 30. And also what you can mention that as well. If you click on the now, say you have a market down here. Now, if I right click, and here I click on chart window. Click on chart window. Now the new market is opened, but what happened? It's opening here. And that can be quite messy at times. Say, for example, you do this, but you are not aware of how it works. Now this line is just being really messy down here. So here are all your open markets. And if you buy a mistake, so say you opened up a lot of markets, you didn't know how this works. Now, and then you do buy a mistake. You click on this button up here. Now it's gonna get real messy if you click on this button. Because what happened now? Now you opened up all these markets down there. All those markets was now opened up in its own window. And you can see all the markets. So very, very messy. So to avoid all of this, because you can't really trade with all of this, it's too messy. So you just remove all of them that you don't need. And you just click on this to full screen it. And instead of always clicking on this and really messing up the chart with a lot of unnecessary markets, like we just saw here, and then click here by mistake, really messing up the chart. Instead of that, you basically only just click on this. You add the market to a watch list, and you go to this menu, and you just change market from this menu. So we're gonna go on Euro odd. You click on Euro odd. You want to look at US 30. Go to US 30. And here it says, but if you see here, you can't really do anything with this. It's too tight. And that's also something to keep in mind that this specific right now, this is the US 30. It's not the Forex market. It's not gold. So your stop loss is measured in points and not pips. So if you're gonna trade this market, you basically need to adjust for that. Say you want to have a 60 point stop loss. You write here. We need to write the numbers in thousands. Say you want to have a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Here in the TP here example, you write 12,000. That will then be 120 points. If I'm not mistaken, it's 120 points. So here, 120 points, stop loss, 60 points. And what you can do now is same thing. You just click here on settings. Here, and you write something. For example, US 30, and you can write US 30. Write 60 point SL. Or 60 point. Click save. Now that is saved. So say you want to enter here, but this is too tight. What do? You click on the button up here to look at your presets. Here you have the presets. This one's Suffer Gold. This one is the US 31. Click on that. Boom, you got a trade. Boom, order placed. Trade is live. Just look at the stats if you want to, and everything is good. Any questions? Yeah, I think this tool is very next level. And something I highly suggest you check out. And as mentioned in the beginning, we have there's all this documentation on how all of this works is provided in this recording. And it's really good explained. I made it in a kind of holding your hand kind of way, so it's extremely beginner friendly. So if you want to test this out, I would suggest you either rent the tool for $30 or $50 for 1 year, or you buy it. And if you buy it, you can have it on 10 different trading accounts or trade 10 different devices. Meaning, for example, your current device, your desktop, either if it's a Mac or a Windows, that is one device. So you can have it for however many years you want, unless you got 10 different laptops. You can have it for a long time. And this also works on Mac. However, on Mac, that is a little bit more complex because MetaTrader 5, 4, and 5 are not designed to work on Mac. But what you don't see here now is that I'm actually using a Mac. My computer is a Mac, but I'm using a kind of different version to make all of this here works. I can show you that real quick. So if you have a Mac, it works, but you need to do some alternative ways of making it work. Just give me a second. Mac on time on the Mac. So it's just real quick as ChatGPT. So if you just ask ChatGPT real quick, what is Parallels? Parallels is the program I'm using right now. So I have a Mac. I have a Mac Studio. I like Mac more than Windows. But to run MetaTrader 5, I need to run a different program to make everything work without problems. And it's basically like you see here. Runs the real Windows version, fully compatible. This is a keyword, fully compatible. Same behavior on the physical Mac. Bottom line, best option if you trade seriously. And here is the problem with the Mac version of MetaTrader 4 and 5. It's not native. It's built on our wrapper, meaning it's just some halfway built tool. It's limited or broken. More bugs, inconsistent behavior. Okay for light manual trading. I would say it's not. So one problem with running MetaTrader 4 or 5 on a Mac is that it's gonna have a lot of problems. It might close itself down. Just it closes itself. So, for example, if you have it running, you are in a trade, and then all of a sudden the MetaTrader 5 program just closes itself, or it's just stop responding and nothing works. You need to shut it down, and you need to reopen it, and then maybe you have some pop-up message that says this is not possible because of blah blah blah. Then it doesn't work, and you are in the middle of a trade. That is, in my opinion, pretty inconvenient. And if you use this solution here, you will solve that problem. And this tool is called Parallels. It's basically a program that lets you run basically like it says here, run Windows on Mac. This is the program I use, and if you're serious about this program or in general, and you have a Mac, I would recommend to check this out. You can buy this as a one-time payment or a monthly subscription, a yearly subscription. So it's a paid service. So basically, that's basically lets you get Windows on your Mac. But also something to keep in mind with this is that to make this program work effectively, you basically need to share the hardware of your Mac to the Windows operating system. Meaning, if you have a relatively low-powered Mac with, for example, 16 gigabytes of RAM, you need to share those 16 gigabytes of RAM with Parallels. And depending on what you are using your Mac for, that can potentially cause problems. For example, me, I have a MacBook Pro M1 chip with 8 gigabytes of RAM. When I run MetaTrader when I run Parallels on that Mac, nothing works. It's like having a 15-year-old computer that is really laggy and doesn't work. So that's something to keep in mind. This is what I mentioned here with that this doesn't work on a low-powered Mac. I found that out by the hard way when I tried to install it. So I can't trade MetaTrader 5 on my Mac because it's too laggy, too slow, nothing works. It's too the hardware for when I need to share a portion of my hardware to the operating system. It's too low powered to be effective. So I would so if you want to check this out with even you have a Mac, then just talk with ChatGPT about this, and it will tell you how it works. So that was all I had. And next on Saturday, we're going to talk about a different tool called the Precision Trade Manager, where it's a TradingView tool I made. It works pretty similar to this Trade Assistant, but only on the TradingView. So yeah, that's all I got.